My man Shannon Sharp said 4 years ago, Tom, it's time to go home.
What about the 60?
3 years ago, Tom, it's time to go home. 2 years ago, Tom, it's time to go home.
What about
1 year ago, Tom, that's it. That's enough.
Skip? He went to a team that's loaded. The problem is he can't carry you anymore. He needs Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. He needs all that. All I'm saying is this. You talk about the 320. What about the 60 yards in the first half? Does that carry equal weight, yes or no?
No, it doesn't carry equal weight to the third and fourth quarters of a game that you were down 24-7 in midway third quarter.
You just told me.
It's almost on par with that Super Bowl that he pulled off in that same building. It's just almost on par, given the lack of continuity, given COVID, given pandemic, given 2020, and he just pulled it all together. So he's the only one that had to go through that.
No other team has had to go through that.
How many quarterbacks change teams after 20 years? How about one? Give me another one. Did Patrick Mahomes change teams this year?
No.
I don't think so. No. Did Aaron Rodgers? No, I don't think so.
But nobody had training. Nobody had training camps. Nobody had mini camps. You see rookies come in. Justin Herbert's playing unbelievable. Skip, don't do that. Don't try to see what you try to do is that you mentioned all these things like Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the only ones playing under this scenario when you know that not to be the case. Now you just told me last week. When I tried to heap praise on Mahomes, you said Mahomes put them in that situation against Miami with that poor play in the first half. Now, all of a sudden, the roles are reversed, and you hyping Tom Brady.
Well, I saw Mahomes throw for 359 yards in the first half against Tampa, but in the last three quarters, I saw Tom Brady outplay Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Tom Brady had not played Patrick Mahomes all year long. That's why there's a two-man race for the MVP.
You know, it's funny you bring that up. Tom Brady's now up to 32 touchdown passes, and Patrick's got 36. So it's starting to go like this.
How many interceptions?
11.
How many have Mahomes got? 5.
Okay.
How many yards does Tom Brady has?
Who's his coordinator, Patrick Mahomes? Oh, it's Andy Reid. Wait, is this not his fourth year in that system? This is his. We're just 2/3 of the way through the first year in this Bruce Arians system.
Now all of a sudden we saw about offensive coordinators who's calling his play. You just said he was the GOAT. You said no. You told me.
I didn't say it. It's just a fact.
Hold on. You told me all these years coaching didn't matter. You said it's Tom Brady.
Okay, you have told me all year you see decline in Tom Brady. Did you see any decline in the second half?
Skip.
Has he lost arm strength? Has he lost nerve? Has he lost poise?
Yes. I'm glad you said that. Has he lost nerve? Hey, Jim, can you roll the tape? You tell me, has he lost nerve on this throw right here? Jim, roll the tape right quick. Now, I know you're not going to be able to see it.
It's a Chris Godwin.
No. I don't need you to talk. I don't need you to voice over. I want the people to see from the end zone. You tell me, has he lost nerve? You see what he did? That's losing nerve.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
That's self-preservation at 43.
Not self-preservation.
What quarterback takes a shot in the face like that? Wait, who won the game?
No, hold on.
Who put up 31?
Skip, we've already established that's why we leave, because Tom Brady, we wouldn't have led with this if Tom didn't come back. You said, has he lost nerve? I show you a play in which he's lost nerve. Now you say it's self-preservation. I just need you to pick a side.
By the way, quick point of order. We have often led this show when Tom Brady stinks it up. So don't give me that garbage.
He stunk it up in the first half.
Don't give me that.
Did he stink it up in the first half? Yes or no?
Do they look like a team that could win the NFC? Yeah,
Skip,
they do.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you saw New Orleans yesterday, how many times, Skip, you just saw 5 weeks ago what New Orleans did to him on a Sunday night, and they was more relentless.
If Tampa Bay had caught New Orleans with Drew Brees stinking like he did yesterday, coming off 11 fractured ribs, he should not have been in the game yesterday. And if that's just luck, that's fate, that's injury gods dictated. Let there be Patrick Mahomes on the day Drew Brees is forced back in the lineup prematurely. Way to go, Patrick. Congratulations.
What this says more about what they think of Taysom Hill than Drew Brees. Okay. We'll get to that at another. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little later.
We're going to do that very quickly here on the show.
The fact of them, but here's the thing. You look at what they did defensively. That front, Skip, that was 4-man pressure. They weren't bringing extra people on Mahomes. And the only way, Skip, you know Tom Brady, Skip, you saw what they did to him. You came out here and you was hurt. What they did to him, they beat the brakes off Tampa. That defense is relentless. And you think he can get out of what Mahomes got out of yesterday?
3 times is the charm. I just hope they get to see them somewhere along the trail, even in New Orleans. I would love that what goes around comes all the way back around. They got thrown into the fire in Game 1 at New Orleans. It was the most unfair scheduling I've ever seen in all my 40-odd years.
That's Tom Brady. What's fair about that?
Throw him into the fire. Throw him to the wolves right out of the chute when you don't have any preseason and virtual OTA. Way to go. Congratulations.
Well, if that's the case, then the Lakers should start with Sacramento.
Yeah.
Why not? Because that's the best. Hold on, Skip. I just want you to help with this.
Is this LeBron's first year here?
No, hold on. Tom Brady, 21 years. You told me he the GOAT. Now all of a sudden it's because of the coaching staff and he's coaching didn't matter. For the longest, coaching didn't matter to Tom. He the GOAT.
And what I loved the most was Tom did force Antonio Brown into the mix at 6-2, when a lot of people were saying, boy, this looks like the best team in football. The defense looked like the best defense in the NFC at that point. And Tom said, you know what? I'm shooting the moon. I know we're going to have to pay now so we don't have to pay later, because I want us to have Antonio Brown in sync, in rhythm by the time we hit the playoffs. And yesterday, who caught the bomb to seal it?
It was a great play design. They do a lot of stack formations, and they got Antonio a free release on a guy that I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought he had help, but he just let Antonio just run right up, free release, and it was a touchdown.
The safety jumped Godwin's underneath route, and it left Antonio single, and Antonio ran right by him.
Skip.
Thank you.
But in a situation...
Did the ball get there? I think it got there by old noodle arm. I don't know how he got it there, but he got it there.
When you look at the Falcons, there are plays within the game that when you have the difference in winning and losing. You mentioned one of the plays. Jim, if we have that, could we show... Matt Ryan had 2 opportunities, Skip, to really put this game away. And I don't know why he chose to throw the ball in this manner and not drive it. Here's the first one. Skip, this is a touchdown. Just drive the ball. All he has to do is just drive it. Just throw it. I mean, look at Gaines, how he's just floating back there.
Thank you, Carlton Davis, who, by the way, got hurt.
And look at this, Skip.
Thank you, Antonio Winfield. Thank you.
Matt Ryan.
I told you, I mentioned it earlier. Either one of those throws connects, it's probably ball game. Skip, that's 21-0. Either one of those throws.
Well, actually, that would have been extra. Well, that would have been 21-0 at the half.
That's what
that would have been a touchdown. So we might have had to end up going overtime or something like that. But that's the difference, Skip, is that, and you saw later in the ball game, Calvin Ridley, who was playing phenomenal, who's had a phenomenal year, he dropped the second down. And then on third down, it looks like they're playing cover 5, what we call 22-man. And Matt Ryan is wanting a back shoulder, and he runs it to get on top. And you can see Matt's like, no, that's not what we talked about in this situation. Skip.
Calvin Ridley caught 163 yards of balls. He caught 10 for 163. Would you believe it's the first Falcon to catch 150-yard-plus balls not named Julio?
Yeah.
Since 2012, Roddy White.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That's how shocking that was. That's what they were doing to that defense yesterday.
Skip, Calvin Ridley is really good, but my thing is that I guarantee you if you ask him today, he'll talk about the second down drop and the miscommunication on third down, because, Skip, that would have kept them on the field. And the thing that you need to do when a team that has momentum is seizing momentum is that you need to keep them off the field as long as you possibly can. And then who knows, maybe you don't get a touchdown, but maybe you get a field goal. Maybe you possess the ball 5 extra minutes, and now all of a sudden you've cooled them off. But they go 3 and out, punt the ball away, and Tom Brady comes right back down the field. But in a situation like that, Skip, look, give Tom his credit. He played unbelievable in the second half. And the thing is, if you can't pressure Tampa's offense, I don't know how you beat them. Because, look, Rojo is out with that index finger.
And that's a huge factor because they had little to no run game yesterday.
Right.
Okay.
And that's the thing, though, Skip. If you, and that's, look, I don't want to sound like this. I'm splitting the atom. But Tom, more so than any, the quarterback, if you can't pressure the opposing team's quarterback, Skip, these guys have gotten too good. They're